Hey there, I'm Selena Knight, I'm the Retail Biz Strategist, and today I am with some of the rock stars. We're down here in the gorgeous Hobart, Tasmania, and for the last 2 days we've been working on growing our business. Now, one of the things that people ask me all the time is, what is a mastermind and what am I going to get out of it? So today I've invited the rock stars to come and tell you exactly why they joined and what they've achieved over the last few days. So welcome to welcome to Lindy, Kate and Rebecca. So I guess the first question that I'd like to ask you guys is, what made you join the Mastermind?
I joined.
Yeah, go ahead.
I joined because I needed help in have a retail store, and I needed help in kind of getting it to the next level, I think, and I didn't think I could do that alone, so that's why I found Selena, and she's helped me a lot over the last 6 months.
Fantastic.
I joined because I'd been struggling along for about a year by myself after having bought a business, and it wasn't going very well. So I knew I needed help and I needed a professional, and Selena had all the right skills and filled in all the blanks, and yeah, so I feel way more in control. I know what I'm doing, I know where I'm going, doing a lot better about it, and it's only been 2 months.
I joined because I'd had coaches in the past, and I knew this time that I needed someone that was going to give me a kick up the butt to get stuff done.
She does that.
And she does that. And I also really wanted a tailored approach to my business. I'd done enough online courses and I'd done enough reading myself, and I just was a bit overwhelmed with what steps to take next, and I needed somebody to simplify it all and put it in place for me. So very happy. Thank you.
And joining a mastermind is a big commitment. So I would love to ask you guys, what was like the biggest objection you had before you joined?
Money. Sorry, but it's true. It's like, it's a big commitment, and you have to really say, I'm going to do this. And I think that's the thing, by putting money where your mouth is. Like, you're like, I'm doing this. We're going to make it happen. And if I don't, then it's it's on me.
Yeah.
So it really focuses you, and you really think about what you're doing, and it does. It gets your butt in gear, and Sal keeps you accountable, and it's great.
Yeah,
And
you've got to want it to change.
Yeah.
You have to make the commitment. Like, I think with the financial thing, you have to make the commitment and get something out of it. Otherwise, you're wasting your time, and you've got to listen to the advice and use it. Otherwise, there's no point.
Yeah.
Like,
And you can choose
give
what
up
advice you
old
take.
habits. Yeah.
What
that's
advice
right.
works for you?
Yeah. But it's good to have someone who's got your back, and you know is always there if you have a question or whatever.
Yeah, and you've got to have some skin in the game. You've got to.
Yeah.
There's got to be a little bit of pressure so that you get to action and get your work done.
Yeah.
Make the changes that you need to make.
So for some of you, this is not your first retreat. You've already been on one, but for Kate, this is your first retreat. What do you find is the best thing about coming away for a couple of days and working, 2 solid days on your business?
It's just the focus it gives you. I have 2 young kids, and so for me to get away, it's a huge luxury. But it is also, I think, really important, because without it, I do 4 hours here and 4 hours there on the business, and I don't get a chance to sit down and do 10 hours.
Intensively.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really nice to be able to just sit down and focus on it and get my head around, what I need to do and get some strategies in place. And that way, when I know I only have 4 hours, I know what I need to be doing. And it just gives you that sort of direction and, gives you that plan. I like planning.
Yeah, I think it's really good that you listen to other people, like what other people are going through, and they share their journey in their business, and you learn a lot from them, and you realise, like, you're not alone. Like, things that you don't know, like, we all don't know it,
Yeah.
So, and you kind of don't know what you don't know as well when you're in this kind of taking on a new thing. So I think that's really, it just makes you feel like you're supported.
And I think you learn from one another as well.
Yeah.
And the group brainstorming, I find, has been really helpful.
It's really productive.
Now
Yeah.
we've got a little.
Yeah,
The
exactly.
hot seat's good, I think. The hot seat focuses you and makes you think about what you're really doing and what you want to do.
Yeah, you've got 3 or 4 other people sitting there, and you're talking about your business and what you want to do, and making sure, validating that with 3 other, like-minded people, that's the right way to go, and it's great.
And having Sal on call.
exactly.
to keep us on track and
Send her, yeah.
not drinking tea too much.
So we're in day 2 now, and we are 1.5 days of full intensive working on our business. We've just broken for lunch, and I have to admit, I've put the girls a little bit out of their comfort zone on the spot, going live here in Salamanca Square. So they are doing fantastically. But what I would love to wrap up with is, what is your biggest takeaway that you've had from this weekend?
You want me to go?
Yeah, you go.
I think the biggest thing for me is I just feel more sorted, more organized. You know, I know where I'm going, and I have a plan for, the next quarter, really. And even some ideas of where I want to go beyond that. And, you know, I have a to-do list, but it's not just a big, long list of 453 things. It's, first I want to do this, and then this, and then this. And so I just feel like I have a lot more direction, and I'm not sitting there just paralyzed by clarity. I'm not just sitting there paralyzed by those 453 things that I need to do. So it's good. I don't feel nearly as overwhelmed.
Great.
Yeah.
And that was your big takeaway last time, wasn't it, Lindy? It was very overwhelming during the process, but afterwards, when you had a chance to digest it, it was like,
it was a big weight. A weight had been lifted, and I think I've got out of this. Like, I'm kind of in a transition situation at the moment. I'll have a retail store, but I'm going online with my shop, so we've talked about a lot of things. Like, I had a lot of questions that I put to the girls, so they've both got online stores. We talked a lot about that yesterday, and I feel like, I'm kind of, just planning, and I now have a clear kind of path on what I want to do. And,
exactly.
a lot more in control.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
And what was your biggest takeaway so far, Rebecca?
I'd just like to echo what the girls said. I think they've summed it up. I don't need to say more. But I think the clarity is the biggest thing, and not being overwhelmed by, oh my goodness, I've got so many things to do, that we it's all mapped out, and we know what our next steps are, and so do you. So
I keep them accountable.
Okay. And I think another thing that you've taught us as well is that, like, we all talk about, we want to do all these things in our business, and you've got to focus yourself and work out what your priorities are, and work through those priorities instead of saying, well, I want to do this, and I want to do this, and I want to do this. You've got to have the plan for that. It doesn't, and it doesn't just happen. You've got to make it happen. So I think you've taught us that discipline, and with your time and everything.
So for people who are interested in joining a mastermind, whether it's the Rockstars or somewhere else, what would be your one piece of advice?
Do it.
Yeah,
just do it. Because just make the plunge and commit to making a change, and just take it. Take the bull by the horns, and just make it happen. Because I've been putting it off for over 12 months, and it was, it's wasted time now. I mean, I learned a lot, but I am learning a lot more in a shorter amount of time, and accomplishing more now that I'm in a master class and I have a goal.
And it's targeted. It's more efficient. Like we could spend, the next couple of years or months, floundering around reading other people's, information. But with you, we know that the information is specific for our business, and what we invest our time in, which was a really big thing for me, is worthwhile, and it's worth investing your time. And
I mean, we have things that are now going to go live in the next couple of weeks that we've worked on while we're here, and that's something that you won't get in a lot of other places.
Yeah, and we wouldn't have been able to do that ourselves, probably. Well, I mean, we could have talked about it, but it wouldn't have come together the way it has today.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much. So I guess the difference that we have here at the Rockstars is that you get a tailored approach for your business. We do group stuff together, but you get individually one-on-one advice for what's right for your business. It's not a one-size-fits-all model. It is what works for your business. And what works for yours may not be the best plan or the best plan of attack for where you're at in your retail journey, or for where your business wants to go. So if you would like to know more about the Rockstars, head on over to selenaknight.com/rockstars, and we can chat about whether it's right for you. But for now, see you later from Hobart. Bye. This episode is brought to you by my new resource, the 5-minute hack to make you a copywriting ninja. If you have an online store, then this is for you. It will show you exactly how you can update your product descriptions in order to make more sales. Download it for free at selenaknight.com/ninja.